And the moment you've all been waiting for. Tan Andy, come on down!
Hey. Thank you. Hey. I told you I'll be back. But hey guys, it's great to be back. Have you missed me? This is what we look like before we left, all white and disgusting, what we spoke about before. And on the last day, we ended up looking like this. It looks fabulous, doesn't it? Tell you what, let's put them both together. Nice little comparison. It just looks sickening, doesn't it? Oh,
Fake tan!
it's not fake tan! Anyway, now yes, I'm back. I had a wicked time and I've got lots of lovely footage to show all of you. So, without further ado, let's jump straight into the vlog. I flew by Qatar Airlines and made a lovely stroll through the aisle to my seat, filled with annoying people not getting out of my way. But it was okay because I had the rest of the journey having awkward chats with old age pensioners sitting next to me. The food was pretty nice actually, having 2 different meals from breakfast and lunch, which consisted of fruit, yogurt and croissants, to omelette, beans and a lovely processed meat sausage, which all weren't that bad to be honest.
Hey there! What the hell are you doing in the toilet? I'm glad I found you. What have we been up to? We've had about 3 hours sleep and we're a little bit tired, but we've just finished watching Assassin's Creed. It's a bit crap, I'll warn you, it makes no sense at all. So I've just wasted about 2 hours of my life watching that really. So I've left Heathrow, we're on our way to Dubai, ready to go to Bangkok. Very bizarre, if you've ever been through Heathrow Airport, there is absolutely no passport control. So you check your luggage in and you pick up your tickets and then you go through the little metal detectors and remove all your clothing. After that, there's no passport control, you know, waiting an hour or so. There's none of that. I was done in like 20 minutes and just waiting around for an hour and a half. It was so bizarre, I've never had that before. So how that is properly controlled with terrorists or stuff like that is very weird. But anyway, we're on the plane, having fun. At the moment, we're doing good. I'll see you later.
So we just made it to Dubai, probably got about 3-4 hours to kill now, so I'm going to try and walk around the shops. Yeah, try and find something to do now, but it's been a safe journey so far. Oh, there's a random slide here. I'm such a big kid. Well, I think I've had about as much fun as I can at an airport without getting into trouble or people thinking I'm weird. I don't know what the hell that thing is there. It was about an hour's taxi trip from the airport to the hotel, and this is where you can see Bangkok's bustling streets. Hey, welcome. I finally made it to the hotel. I met my other tour people at the airport. They were pretty cool people, and we've just made it to the hotel, dropped off all my stuff, and the weather here is insane. It is so hot. I've been to India, and that was hot, but I think I've just forgotten the temperature, but it's pretty sweltering. It's definitely sweating in places where it shouldn't be. We're going to be meeting the rest of the tour. There's people coming at different times later on. I think we'll be going out tonight having drinks and a meal together. I learned very quickly that Bangkok is known for its shopping and market stalls, and everywhere you look and pass is either a shop or a stall selling you elephant pants or a suit. I can't tell you the amount of times someone tried selling me a suit. Like, for God's sake, it's 30 bloody degrees heat. Why the hell do I want to buy a suit when I'm walking around in flip-flops and a pair of pants? I'm fine. Thank you very much. You know what? I never saw one Thai person wearing a suit, so stop flogging them to me. Anyway, getting back to topic, there's lots of things to see. One main attraction was lots of shrines and pictures of the late king that died late last year. The Thais are still in mourning and are very respectful of the late king, which is why most places you look, you will see complete displays of him. Good evening, everyone. You've catched me on the evening of our first day. I've caught the sun just a tiny bit, considering that for most of the day I didn't have a room because it was being attended to and hadn't been cleaned properly. So I've been just walking around on my own all day, trying to pass the time so I can actually use my bag and unload everything. And I haven't had much sleep either. It's about 25-26 hours without any sleep, and I was thinking, should I go all the way through the night and, you know, try and get used to the time difference over here, or should I have a little cat nap? In the end, I had like about an hour or 2 hours sleep because we're going out tonight. I didn't want to be lagging and go home early and be that guy that you know, like, what are you doing? It's the first night, you want to celebrate it properly. So yeah, we're going to go out for food and a few drinks, get to know the whole group because everyone is now here. So hopefully it should be an interesting night, but I don't want to go too hard. I'll save that for tomorrow night or the nights after. You know, I've got lots of days to have fun. You don't have to go mental on the first night. The humid here is just unbelievable. It's so hot everywhere you go and you just can't do nothing about it. Literally just craziness all in the street. People just taking their tops off. You're just sweltering with heat. You just have to try and relieve yourself any way that you can. So I'm gonna have another shower for like the 3rd time today, and then tomorrow we're gonna get ready to visit a lot of the temples around here. So I will see you tomorrow and see what mischief we get up to.
The next day we took a longboat river tour along one of the many rivers I can't pronounce and did some sightseeing.
Hey, Dan.
What's up? It wasn't long before we were stopped by a lovely Thai lady on a floating boat shop, I guess you can call it, trying to sell us stuff. However, I was more interested in some more elephant shorts as I ripped mine trying to get into the bloody boat.
Any shorts?
Got any shorts?
No, I've ripped my shorts.
I'm surprised how she doesn't lose half of her stock in the water.
Oh, it's all lovely.
At the start of the trip, I tried my best to say my please and thankfuls, you know, to be a bit more respectful of the Thais.
Kap kun.
Yeah, it took me a while to get the hang of it. We then stopped to feed the fishes. I had no idea what to expect. I thought only a few fish would show up, but, you know, first there were a couple, then a handful, and then before you know it, all of the fish in Thailand showed up.
Wow.
God, if only I brought my net with me, the amount of money I could have made doesn't bear to think about. We then made it to the temples of Wat Arun and Wat Pho. Again, I could be completely mistaken, but they were quite impressive to look at. With very serene and peaceful surroundings, it was a very sacred place with lots of golden Buddhas and architecture. If you came here to find inner peace, well, you probably won't go wrong starting here. We even did a bit of praying and showing our respects ourselves. We also had the privilege of meeting a monk where he will say a blessing to you and give you a cotton thread. I have no idea what he's saying, so if you can speak Thai, just let us know down below. The reason behind the cotton thread is that it has been blessed in advance by a Buddhist monk, and it's known as Sai Sin. The Sai Sin is supposed to provide protection and good health to the person wearing it. The colour of the thread is usually white because it represents purity in Buddhism. And thank you to Google for providing that information. And here's the white thread. I've still got it on to this day. 3 weeks later, and it looks a bit grubby, but it doesn't matter. We've also got a green and a blue one. That's just entry onto multiple rocky boats that we went on. And, oh, well, that's just a hair tie. Don't need to think about that. Moving on.
Yeah. That's like a golf swing.
After that, I was greeted by the largest Buddha I've ever seen. How they got that in the front doors, I have no idea. I'm only kidding. While posing, I was constantly interrupted by jangling noises. I then found out the conspiracy of people dropping coins into bowls. It turns out it's a Thai tradition to drop a coin into 100 bowls for good luck. Well, that's what the Thais say anyway. Personally, I think it's just a money-maker scheme to pay for more bloody gold Buddhas, but who am I to judge? In the evening, we took a tuk-tuk ride to Bangkok Sky Hotel. Again, I don't know if this is how you pronounce it, but It's all a guessing game to me. But this is the tallest building in Bangkok, and man, was it high up. We got up to the observational deck on the 84th floor, which is 250 meters up from the ground, and you can see all over Bangkok and beyond. It really did have some impressive views, and we even had an impressive buffet. You could literally fill your boots with any kind of food from all over the world. And especially with a buffet, it's one of those things where when you're full, you just want to keep on eating because it's non-stop free food. Oh, but my God, the sushi was divine. I must have had about 5 trays of the stuff.
My stomach is very full and I want to be sick. Now, to finish off the night, I think we're going to go to a ping pong club. If you don't know what that is, I did actually mention it in my going to Thailand video. It's literally women blowing out candles, blowing darts with their lady gardens, their vaginas, yeah. So that's going to be quite interesting to see. I've no idea what to expect. Well, I've kind of got an idea what to expect, but I'm sure it's going to be completely different in person. I don't think I'm going to be able to film there, unfortunately, whether or not that you'd want to see that. So I'm just going to have to just sit with my eyes and no camera. So we'll see how we get on with that. But we not long come back from the ping pong club. I had a lot of expectations for it, but it didn't really live up to its promise. Now, there wasn't any filming allowed inside, but to be honest, you're not really missing much. The girls are very miserable. It looks like they don't even want to be there. And they only do about several tricks, and then they just replay the same tricks over and over again. So really, you could be there for about 20-30 minutes, and then that's it. And this cost about 600 baht, so that's about 14-15 pounds, but I don't think I'll do it again. The main thing that I wanted to see with the ping pong shooting out of their didgeridoos, they did more of like a thrusting action. It's like, I could have done that, I could have done that myself, but it was just pointless. They were just thrusting and trying to aim it into a bowl. It wasn't like spreading the legs wide, popping them. Like, that would have been more of a sight to see. Other things that they did was like pulling string and rope out of like down there, and you know, it was unraveling like a long length. They blew out candles on like a cake, blew like a dart and hit a balloon. That's quite fun to see.
I also forgot to mention that they did some kind of weird lesbian sex act where they would scissor each other. They would rub each other's breasts and lift each other's legs up and do weird thrusting moves. It was all very awkward because their faces were just motionless. This is exactly what they did. It's a bit weird, isn't it? And I'm not even lying. It's probably the most turned off sexual experience I've ever encountered. And I haven't encountered that much stuff.
It just so looked like they just didn't want to be there. You were meant to create a performance and it just looked really tacky and boring. But I don't know if that's all of Thailand. That was just this one place in Bangkok. I have heard the same kind of stories on different people, so who knows what the rest of Thailand will be like. If you haven't been to one before, do a little research before you go, because if I knew what I knew now, I probably wouldn't have wasted my money. I would have just spent it on, well, anything else really.
So just about nodding off to sleep, and a huge thunderstorm and torrential downpour has just happened. It's literally bucketing it down here. We've got two people enjoying themselves in the swimming pool down there, having the time of their life. So it really makes sense with all the monsoon season that happens, where downpours just happened within a brief few minutes. This may be one of them. Don't know how long this will last for, but it's a good job I'm not out in it. Literally on the roads, oh, a bit of lightning. On the roads and pavements, puddles are very quickly appearing. And that's pretty much Bangkok. I'm gonna end the video there before it gets any longer, but don't worry, there is still so much more to see. In the next video, you can look forward to me getting a Thai massage, for which I get twisted in all sorts of ways, for which I've never been twisted before. And we leave Bangkok to go to Khao Sok National Park, where we get to see some beautiful floating bungalows, finally get to go swimming and do lots of kayaking. It's a lot of fun. So there's still lots more to come, so stay tuned for that. Right, well, I'm actually off again on holiday. Well, I stay at holiday. I'm going to Budapest. I'm going from the 8th to the 12th of June to be exact. And I'm going on a stag do, or a bachelor do, depending on where you are in the world. Unfortunately though, I won't be vlogging my trip, as, well, it's a stag do. So, you know, what happens on a stag do stays on a stag do. But yeah, no, I don't want anything happening to my camera. And also there won't be really much time for vlogging because a lot of the time there's probably a lot of mischief going to be going down. So you're just going to have to wait until I get back. But don't worry, because there's still lots of Thailand videos to see. I'm going to try and put up the next video, part 2, next week, depending on how messy I feel. But I'm going to try and aim for next week. I've only been back a week and I feel like I need another holiday already. Well, also I need to top up the rest of this tan because you can never be black enough. I hope you've liked the first part of my Thailand adventure. If you want to keep updated with the rest of my trip when I post it, you can subscribe to me by clicking right up here. Anyway guys, thanks for watching and I'll see you in the next one, I guess. Wish me luck. Bye bye.